I recently picked up a liquid transfer pump from Amazon. Fairly inexpensive. I believe I paid $20 for it. And I was about to fuel my tractor, and I decided, why not make a video and let you guys decide if you want to get it. I have one from Harbor Freight. It has the same pickup, but it is on a long wand and it's not flexible like this. However, the part that connects from the pump to the receptacle or the fuel tank, that part is flexible. This one has a USB. It comes with USB-C power, if you can see it right there, and takes four AA batteries. Documentation says that you're supposed to be able to run it uh, on two batteries in a pinch, but it's recommended that you do it with four batteries. So let's test it out and see how that works. So I thought it was recording, but it wasn't. So what do we have? It comes with a bunch of different nozzles for your particular can. I'm sure you'll be able to fit whatever can you have. Didn't work for me because when I started filming, or when I thought I was filming, I realized that there's a strainer in here. There's a white strainer in these cans that, I don't know if you can see, yes, that prevent this from going all the way in. And while it was working, I was wasting some fuel. So my contingency plan is to get my trusty Harbor Freight bucket, which I've since cleaned and dried over the stove. So the plan is to empty the contents of the can in my Harbor Freight bucket. So let's see how this goes. I'm gonna attempt to pour this into the Harbor Freight bucket, but let's make sure. Let's see if it works. And if you do decide to do this, which I can't see why you would, uh, I would recommend that you make sure your bucket is clean and your can is clean. My bucket was clean, my can was not clean, and there's something in there, but it won't go up in this. So let's see. So I'm afraid I might have the same issue that I had with the bucket, but then again, no. Let's see if uh, the pump works because as I mentioned earlier, my batteries aren't the best. So let's try and see if it works. Jehovah, please let this work. Okay, it's working. It pumps pretty fast. It has a automatic shut off, so let's see if that will work. This is 5 gallons. See, there's something inside the bucket, but I'm not worried about it. Way easier than the Harbor Freight one because I'd have to stand there and hold it, but this one I can move around. And this takes a little more than 8 gallons. So I'll just pour some in the bucket in the meantime. I don't have a vent inside the bucket, inside the can, so it'll be doing this from time to time. Did this shut off? I think my battery died. Let's get some more dead batteries. So I know there are those of you who are gonna say, why Harbor Freight batteries? Well, I bought these batteries and I forgot about them. When I received the package yesterday, I was like, oh, I got some Harbor Freight batteries. Let's try and use them. And they died. But I think I had this more than a year. So here's the package. Thunderbolt. I would still use them, but because they're pretty cheap. But I think I would go with rechargeable batteries for this sake, if it's something I'm always gonna use, so I don't have to keep buying batteries. So let's test it out again. And those ones are dead too. So I guess it's hit or miss. I have them in the correct way. So let's try 2 more. See, I'm here for your entertainment. Yes, I know. Tell me how much of an idiot I am. I'm okay with that. At the very least, I'm getting my money's worth, if you want to say that. I don't want to just throw them away. And you know these batteries are really dead because the documentation says that you can pump 25 gallons on 2 batteries. I'm using 4 batteries. It says in an emergency to use 2 batteries. I can't get away with 2 batteries, but it is recommended that you use 4. And you can power it with a USB cable. Let's test that out. So what happened here today? We purchased a Amazon liquid transfer pump for about $20, and I decided to use it to fuel my tractor because the tractor needs fueling. I thought I was fortunate when I came across these year-old batteries. They were brand new, and I decided to use them, knowing that they might not work. I mean, I didn't pay that much for them, and they're from Harbor Freight. Not knocking Harbor Freight. I love Harbor Freight. You can tell from the bucket. So I decided to make a video and a little bit about the pump. The pump is supposed to run on 4 AAA batteries, and they said that in a pinch you could pump up to 25 gallon, or yes, 25 gallon on 2 batteries in an emergency, but it is recommended to use 4 batteries. It also comes with USB-C capability. So we tried to fuel the tractor, but when we tried to put the pickup in the can, we realized that that wouldn't work because there's a plastic strainer that prevent the pickup from entering the can. This is the pickup, and this is the filler neck. Well, the fuel spout, and it has a sensor on the inside, but that doesn't work. You can see the can. So in the midst of fueling, that didn't work. So I decided to clean the Harbor Freight bucket, make sure that it was dry, transfer the fuel to the Harbor Freight bucket, and then try to use the pump. That worked well for a while until the battery died. So then I have to use my truck and connect USB-C to it, and that worked. The only issue with that is the it didn't shut off. So the tractor is full, and then started spilling fuel. So that aspect of it doesn't work. Would I buy this again? Most definitely. It's easier than using the Harbor Freight pump because I didn't have to pay attention to the can as much, and I could leave and do something else. So this tractor takes 7 or 8 gallons. I think it's 8 gallons. So I went ahead and poured some more fuel in there, and that made it easier on me. So I could be pumping and adding fuel to the receptacle. So yes, I would definitely buy it again. I have to make some modifications to my can, which people have been telling me to do that, but I mean it was there for a reason. So I generally don't like to change stuff and use them for the intended purpose. So yes, I am happy with the result, and next time I'll be more prepared. Though I have to admit that you can prepare and still fail, and it helps to be resilient. And I did have some fun. So join me on the next Adventure Chaos, and thanks for viewing. Have a great day.